healthy though, no injuries or nothing, no.
My shoulders have been plaguing me for about a year. But we'll see. We'll get there. We'll get there. Hopefully. We'll see. They feel great now because I haven't been training. Been like a couple of sessions
but 2
back,
weeks,
it's
2 weeks later, it's like
phone, nothing. Do you have pen? So I give this and I give you that one. You have Patrick.
Yes. Thank you.
Guys, are we ready? We're starting, yeah?
Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present tournament Trixel Sport, division 100 kilograms, 6 minutes rounds, pro rules. Let's meet our fighters. Ademola Adesanya, Nicolas Corexis, Sam Parker, Jamie Grisdale, Jake Smiley, Oskar Czyżewski, Norman Anderson, Arshad Colasso, Jacob Patsopias, Patrick Nayer, Red Cavalry. Joseph Bourget. Se Impulosa Mboka.
Oh, it's the same of the ACC of yesterday. Oh, it's different. Thank you.
Charles Rangel. And last one, Yalcin Suki. Also, I want to present our last super fight, Castle Coles. And his opponent, Jakub Witkowski. I want to also present our referee, Mariusz Domasa. And let's competition start.
So that is our competitors for Trixel Sport 2. A very, very exciting tournament we've got coming up. My name's Daniel Strauss. I am joined once again by Gary Priestley. Gary, how you doing?
Good, mate, good. How's things with you other than all right?
Very good, mate. I'm looking forward to the
In
tournament
the first
today.
fight, Ademola Odesanya, 99 kilograms, 26 years old, purple belt. Second fighter is Nicolas Cortesis, 78 kilograms, 20 years old, also purple belt.
So we have our first match of this tournament. We were talking about this earlier, Gary, how it's an under 100 kilo division, but there aren't very many 100 kilo guys.
No,
However, there is one. There is a couple of them, and Ademola is certainly one of them, weighing in at 99 kilos, giving an over 20 kilo weight advantage against his opponent.
Boy.
As he goes for a flying armbar there. Nicolas Koreskis out of Elite Jiu-Jitsu, or Elite Submission Grappling under Jed Hughes. So Expect to see a very dynamic, submission-focused game here.
Yeah, very good stable. Jed's a fantastic competitor. Known for his leg lock game, so I wouldn't be surprised if you see Nicholas trying to wrap up some leg entanglements.
Absolutely.
Adamola, some size of a guy.
Yeah, big guy. Being out of the Roger Gracie Academy. Double gold at the Dublin Open as a purple belt. Lots of competition experience at blue. No-gi Euros gold, gi Euros silver, no-gi worlds bronze. This is a serious competitor that we're seeing coming through here.
Nicholas trying to put him off for a cheeky smother to the face.
You can already see Nicholas trying to get contact on that far side leg, trying to get underneath him. I mean, the leg locks really are a big equalizer for someone who's a smaller competitor.
Yeah. Adamola did really well keeping the hips back and keeping the legs safe.
Action calls already by a referee, and expect to see lots of that. I mean, this tournament really is being put on to try and create action and make a good show, and straight away Nicholas forced to turtle up there and regains guard really nicely.
Groin shot, I think we got
A
there.
low blow there. Never a pleasant experience. I'm ready to go straight away.
Yeah.
And these are pretty short rounds. These are 6-minute rounds for everything but our finals and super fight, which are going to be 8-minute rounds.
Yeah, kind of fall in the ADCC rule set
Yep,
kind of stuff.
and six minutes is a pretty, it's a pretty short, for a grappling match, it's relatively short. It means that there's going to be a lot of, I mean, it makes sense for a tournament where you're going to be having multiple matches without too much of a break.
I think also you'll see the guys will push the pace with it as
Yep.
well. 6 minutes isn't long when you're on that mat.
Nice close guard here, another inversion for a leg.
And he's got in.
And he's got his first entanglement. Adamola doing a good job of clearing this, but he's on the leg now. He's going for a straight ankle, putting the pressure on. This is a nice position. Trying to switch to an outside heel hook here.
Adamola doing well defending that. Again, Nicholas trying to disrupt him with a hand over the face.
And this is where those long levers of Adamola are really going to be an advantage, where he's able to take that pressure off. Now finds himself underneath.
Match points now in play.
For those not familiar with the ADCC rule set, there's no points for the first half of the match. So in this instance, 3 minutes, no points. And then after 3 minutes, where we've just passed after 3 minutes, you'll hear our referee call out points. So now there will be scoring. Another attempt on the legs, knee bar here. It's a good position here.
Good bite on that.
Nicholas applying the pressure now. Adamola's going to have to try and find an angle. Grimace on the face.
Adamola doing well to defend it.
He's managed to take off that knee bar, but he's still in a lot of danger on the leg. Beautifully done to extract that leg there. Very, very close to a submission.
Another inversion.
Stop! Same position in the middle.
And now Adamola finds himself on top.
Fantastic pace to this match.
Absolutely. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Just over 2 minutes left to go.
Ready, wait. Leg wasn't there. Ready, action!
Restart in the center, stack pass here aggressively. Nicholas turtles up.
Attacking the neck.
A great job of getting out of that potential head and arm.
So now both athletes are standing. No one can sit or they'll get a negative point with it being ADCC rule set. So that's going to push the wrestling here for the last of this.
And this is going to be a massive advantage to Adamola, who's the bigger grappler. We've already seen Nicholas with lots of guard pulls. And then the question here is he going to, is he going to risk a minus point in order to try and score? Or is he not going to risk it and try and win a grappling exchange? Adamola is definitely looking the more tired of the two.
roughly about 90
There's a
seconds
shot,
remaining
nicely
clock.
done. We're seeing a Japanese necktie attempt there, forcing him onto his back.
Good use
Pops
of
back to the knees. And that shot was a really smart move by Nicholas to get this match to the ground without having to concede a minus point. Of course, because he shot the takedown and it was defended, he's able to go to the guard position, without giving up any points. Just 1 minute left on the clock now. Do we have overtime for these rounds? Do you know?
I would imagine it'll go to OT and then ref's decision, yeah.
And is the ref decision based on the entire match or just the overtime?
It'll be based on the
Entire match. So obviously, if we were judging this match, you've got to give a significant advantage to Nicholas at the moment, just because of those deep submission attacks. And then there's a little bit of talking from underneath. I mean, it turns out that it's not just the grappling style of his instructor, Jed Hughes, picking up, but some of the other qualities as well. He tries to wrestle up here and defend it nicely.
Nicholas looks really up for this.
Absolutely. Trying to push the action, just 10 seconds left. As he beckons his opponent onto him. Was that a minus point? That was a minus point given to... Wow, just at the end there.
And the winner is
Shot, he sat, there was no exchange.
Absolutely, there was an absolutely terrible mistake right at the end of the match here by Nicholas Korestis, who gives up the match on that guard pull right at the end.
Fantastic match to get us started.
And that is a real shame to see. Nicholas really was in control of that entire match, and this is why it's so important to understand the rule set that you're competing in.
Definitely.
A great performance. It's a real shame we're not going to see him continuing in this tournament.
Had a nice tight bite of that knee bar as well. He's definitely closest to the submission at the match.
Yeah, there were a few good bites. That knee bar certainly the best one. That straight footlock entry.
And the next fight, Sam Parker, 27 years old, 80 kilograms, blue belt.
Sam Parker next up.
And his opponent, Jamie Drysdale, 98 kilograms, 20 years old, purple belt.
His opponent, Jamie Drysdale. This should be a good second match here for Trixel.
Guard pull right away for Drysdale there.
The first half of the match is definitely the time to do that when there's no points.
Exactly. And straight away, it looks like he's trying to set up a triangle attempt here. I mean, he apparently weighed in at 98 kilos. Not sure if he looks 98 kilos to me. Guillotine attempt here by Parker. Beautiful mount take by Drysdale. In great position so early into the match, using this mount to try and get some back exposure here, taking the gift wrap.
Setting up, looking nice for it.
He's going to try and take the figure four, I reckon, try and get the right arm on the inside. Sees an opportunity to take the back. He might be straight into a triangle here.
Nice, good chaining.
Wrist control here. Is he going to switch to a Kimura?
Looks very controlled, Jamie. Kimura grip, is it? Oh, it's not a good
Onto the
position
arm.
for Sam.
Arm
Tight
straight
bite on
already.
it.
And there's
Oh.
the tap. Beautifully done. A quick submission.
And we have our first submission of the day.
First submission.
And the winner is Jamie Drysdale by submission.
Nice, Jamie looked nice and composed there throughout that.
Was in control of that match from the beginning.
Yeah, definitely.
In the next fight, let's meet Jake Smiley, 78 kilograms, 21 years old, blue belt.
Jake Smiley, next one down. Very, been doing a lot of competitions in that, Jake. Very good grappler.
And his opponent, Oskar Czyżewski, 88 kilograms, 21 years old, purple belt.
And we have Oskar coming out.
And Oskar is one of your students, I believe.
Yes, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about him.
Been training us for nearly 3 years now. Very dedicated, very strong MMA fighter. Taken to grappling really, really well. And he's had some good wins on invitationals and tournaments. Very composed, likes to control the pace.
Just 21 years old, 88 kilos.
Most of these guys in the tournament are all really young. We were saying that earlier on. It's making me feel old.
I know. I said the average age of all these competitors is 22, which is absolutely 16 competitors, 22 average. Absolutely unbelievable. Both of these athletes, 21 years old. Beautiful throw there, straight onto the ankle, and he's really talking this straight away.
Oskar looking to get his own leg entanglement going.
I mean, nothing says two 21-year-old athletes like immediately
Leg lock entanglements.
going into a leg lock battle. Pace starting to calm just a little bit here after that crazy energetic start, but Jake Smiley still looking very dangerous on the legs here. Oskar still has a lot to worry about. He's got to get out of danger,
that ankle.
and he's going to try and attack his way out of it. This is dangerous. The heel hook is looking better, but now he's on the straight ankle. And Jake's had to. He's had to take
the heel hook. Yep.
Jake's had to give up his own attacks here in order to defend against this. There is an ankle wrap on that left ankle of Jake, and I wonder whether he's nursing a bit of an injury there.
Oskar trying to get some sort of leverage on that.
Trying to go belly down. There's a bit of a battle between the ability to unlock those legs and attack a knee bar versus a back take here for Jake.
That's it, the youngsters today, bolos and leg locks.
Yep, that's it. Switching to the other leg now is Oskar. Aggressive hand fighting and defensive work by Smiley. Oh, looking off a head and arm choke.
Oskar too strong on top to break out of that.
And it's sort of done its job in that it's got Oskar a little bit off of that leg entanglement into a half guard position and a scramble back to open guard. What an intense start to this match.
Good jiu-jitsu. Points are nearly in play now as well. We've got 45 seconds left. Oscar's got good top pressure, but Jake always looking to attack.
Attempt by Oskar, but he's found himself in another leg entanglement. Outside heel hook position here. Knee line is almost clear. Always look this up nicely here. Ooh, this is a tight heel hook position. Heel slips there.
Oskar looking to defend that leg. Points now in play, so.
Jake's corner calling, he's saying it is on.
Oskar looking very calm. Two great grapplers here for their age, man.
Oh! And he switches to the toe hold and gets an instant submission there. And this is the problem with attacking the legs, which is you've got to give it to get it.
And the winner is
Another submission.
A great back and forth there. Jake sort of looking the more dangerous of the two there.
And
right
the next
up until
match
the end.
is
Jake was definitely all over the legs.
Cormac Anderson, 92 kilograms, purple belt.
Looking forward to this matchup between Cormac
And
and
his
Anderson.
opponent, Archer Colasso,
And
75 kilograms, 20 years old, purple belt.
Archer was on an absolute tear-up competing yesterday at ADCC England.
Here we go. Cormac Anderson versus Archer Colasso. Archer competing out of Great British top team, purple belt under Ash Grimshaw. Competed yesterday and won the 70 kilo pro division. Apparently in all submissions, a very, very dangerous grappler.
I seen one of his matches yesterday, and he looks to enjoy it like almost like a mini twister. It was really good.
A call for action within the first 30 seconds. They are not messing around with keeping the pace
Referee
Trixel
Marius
Sports today.
Start
Yeah,
likes the action
absolutely.
getting pushed. A little bit of a feeling out process between the two of them. Both of them trying to establish some sort of grip. Oh,
Oh,
Cormac
nice
getting the
back
attack
take
back.
there. Switching into a takedown, gets top position, nicely done. Trying to circle around to north-south. Nice guard regain by Archer.
Cormac looking to dominate that top position.
Cormac looking really nice on top here. Looking to try and take the back.
And Archer's
Heavy,
trying
heavy
to Granby
stack.
through, but no prevail. Another fast start to this. Now Archer come back to his feet, not quite happily, still staying guard. Seated. Archer looks really comfy off his back. Cormac getting asked for a bit of action.
Still attempts to pass this very mobile guard of Archer.
At least a fantastic guard retention, Archer.
Yeah.
Happy to be there.
But what I'd like to see is Archer start to tie up now. He might be waiting. You know, what's the point of going for a sweep with 20 seconds left, or wrestling up with 20 seconds left of the no points
Definitely.
first half? I think
Might
I'd
as well
like
score for it.
I'd like to exactly. I'd like to see Archer just wait until this, 5 more seconds until points come in, and then start looking to wrestle up or start looking to get on the legs and
Cormac
take top position.
Oh,
And there we go. Let's see if we see a different change up of pace and strategy from Archer here.
Nice Granby from Archer. Cormac still wanting to get past those legs.
Oh, nicely done. Jumps on an arm, force a reaction into turtle position now. He's going to try and circle to the back. He's going to try and take the back here.
Looking for
But
side
again,
control.
that-
Fantastic retention.
That open guard retention, just fantastic. I mean, you got to say, give props to Cormac. He's doing everything he can to try and force a guard pass here. The open guard of Archer is just that good. Oh, there we go. There's a nice position, but again, the retention comes back in.
Really good for the two of these guys. Good for both of these guys. Cormac looking for that pass. Archer refusing to get it.
Cormac really, really pushing the pace here with these pass attempts. He's starting to fatigue just a little bit, just under, 2 minutes left in the total position. But again, it's the inversion and the guard regain, that leg dexterity and mobility of Archer that is kind of effortlessly regaining guard at every pass attempt. Back into Turtle here. And now a little attempt to wrestle up from Archer. Oh, back take attempt here. That was nice. Nicely defended. But here is almost a pin. But again, just the mobility and flexibility of Archer, able to get back to his knees, not to concede the guard pass.
That's us going into the last 60 seconds of this match. Fast paced. Again, let me take the back by Cormac.
Now Archer takes top position here, off of the back take attempt by Cormac.
Now we have a wrestle.
This is going to be interesting now. This whole match has been the guard play of Archer versus the passing attempts of Cormac. We saw a takedown early from Cormac. This last 30 seconds is going to be massive. If he can get a takedown here.
Archer looking for it.
And shot there from Archer means that he can now sit into guard without being penalized. But Cormac's still going to try and get a takedown here. He's forcing it aggressively. Just 10 seconds left on the clock. Into a crucifix here. Archer tries to get top position now. Now it's Archer on that standing clinch. And with his final trip attempt right at the end of the match.
And I think it's went back down to a -1 for conceding to that takedown and sitting after it without having a catch.
And the winner is Cormac
That's
Anderson.
twice we've seen that today now.
That was the sit down
That's
from
for the shot and then going on his back without actually wrestling back up again. It becomes passing.
In the next match, let's
So it's the first match
welcome
we've seen that
William
in as well.
Soper, 79 kilograms, 18 years old, purple belt.
They shoot for the takedown, and they're not really trying to take someone down with just submission. That's not what it's saying. It doesn't matter. Archer will have it.
And his opponent, Jacob Kasokias, 82 kilograms, 18 years old, blue belt.
Two 18-year-olds competing here against each other now. Will Southern out of RGA Bristol. And Jacob out of Elite Submission Grappling under Jed Hugh. Two of the top gyms in the country. Oh my Lord!
Tap.
Will Southern with a 15-second footlock submission there. Wow. I mean, we already know Will to be an incredibly dangerous grappler. It just goes to show he is one to look out for in this
In
tournament.
the next match,
That was a
let's welcome
very
Patrick
quick
Knight,
submission.
26 years old, 76 kilograms, blue belt.
Has to be the fastest submission of the night
Oh,
so
easily.
far.
You'll struggle to beat that.
And his opponent, Scott Calderwood, 33 years old, 80 kilograms, blue belt.
Really good level of blue and purple belts on this, to be fair.
Yeah, this tournament really is a showcase for the up-and-coming talent that we have in Europe. have a very late notice replacement with Patrick just stepping in. I mean, literally. I mean,
a few hours notice.
I mean, I'm not even sure if it's a few hours, to be honest with you. I was told about 15 minutes before the tournament started that the original athlete, Jason Radcliffe, was not here and not answering his phone, and a replacement sorted straight away.
A lot of these guys will be excited just to take part in the event.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
nice
beautiful.
little foot sweep.
Very, very nice. Patrick, just a blue belt. But I'll tell you something, blue belts these days, blue belts 10 years ago are two very different types of grapplers.
Definitely. Both guys back on their feet trying to get some grips going.
Guard pulls straight onto the legs here and force enough of a reaction to take top position.
Oh, trying to pin and pass now for Patrick. Scott trying to come under him for a leg entanglement, I think.
Oh, beautiful long step to try and pass there, and he
Oh,
successfully
there we go.
does so.
Secure pass, step over, that was nice. Oh, and let you get to mount.
You just love it when your late replacement comes in and starts smashing up the competition. Beautiful mount take here. Look how he's
Oh,
tied up
look
those
at
legs.
that.
Super, super heavy, just to cook that hip position a little bit.
You think about it though, if you, last minute, nothing to lose here, everything to gain, why not just go out now, eh? Patrick's doing really well. This nice moves up to a mid mount, climbing a wee bit higher.
Nice secure mount position. Looking very strong here.
Big bridge for Scott.
Trying to get the arms up above the head. He's got one arm high. Expect to see him try and get the other arm high. That's how I like to play mount anyway. Get into a nice high double underhook position and use that to transition into S mount and attack. He can also use this to try and take the
I
back.
think he's going to the
He's
back
going
of
to
this.
use it to take the back.
Hooks in, he's letting rolling back over. Patrick just looking to control Scott before he starts attacking for that neck.
Very, very dominant performance by Patrick so far. He's looking to try and take the neck and
Oh, nice.
He
Scott
ends
comes
up-
back in.
reversing the position into guard. And this is not a bad position to start in for Patrick here. If he can continue to be as positionally dominant, he's going to actually start getting rewarded for it on the scoreboard.
Points in play now, got to be a wee bit more strategic. Can't be reckless and hand points well. Right back together for Patrick.
Action on top.
Oh, butterflies.
Beautiful butterfly guard
Oh, and
sweep
we get
straight
the
to mount
sweep.
there.
Nice clean sweep, that'll be a high score, that 4.
4 points on the board. I think this is the first scoring we've seen on the board that wasn't a minus point for a goal pool, to be
positive.
honest with you. Transition the knee on stomach now, holding the position, shake of the head. I think you've got to be on your foot to Oh, what a
beautiful
transition
back
to the
kick.
back.
On.
And there's
Got
the
it under
tap.
the net. Lovely from Patrick.
There you go, for my money. Performance of the night so far
Definitely.
from our late replacement.
And the winner is
Very slick back take and finish there.
by submission.
And definitely one to watch.
Absolutely. We're on to our next match now. Joe Burgett taking on Mbuka.
In the next match, let's welcome Joseph Bourget, 77 kilograms, 22 years old, blue belt.
Been a
And
great
his
pace
opponent,
at all of these matches so far.
27 years old, 81 kilograms, also blue belt.
I think that's the fun thing about the ADCC rule set is the first half of that match they can just really have a go and do what they want with no consequences.
Well, you know what? We try and make rule sets that are going to create exciting matches, but at the end of the day, the only thing that determines whether a match is exciting or not is the athletes. And we've got some fantastic athletes, and I mean, a really significant point is they're not black belts. A lot of them, I mean, sure, I think some of them are, but most of them are blues, purples, browns. They're young, they're up and coming, they've got a point to prove.
Definitely.
Which means that they grapple in a more exciting, dynamic way.
Yeah, 100%.
Straight in on the legs here is Joe. Tying this up nice and tight, straight onto a heel hook. I mean, we're talking about fast submissions.
Looking for that leg weave, calf slice.
Putting the pressure on now. He's got the foot over the other foot to try and get more leverage with the hip. The knee looks a little bit shallow. Still pressure can be applied there, and there's the
He
tap.
got the calf slice.
50 seconds. Another quick submission on the legs.
And the winner is Joseph Bourget.
And we are flying through these matches.
This should be us one of the
In the last match
last
of
three.
tournament, Charles Reindot, 93 kilograms, 18 years old, blue belt. And his opponent, Yalcin Such, 80 kilograms, 27 years old, purple belt.
It's the last match of the 8-man tournament now. Oh, straight in the leg entanglement. Straight off the back for Yalcin.
Oh, another heel hook. On early, really putting pressure onto this. Janssen is a big, strong guy.
Charles looking to relieve the pressure, grabbing the arm.
Oh, another 20-second heel hook finish there. Wow.
And the winner is Yalcin Such
Man,
by submission.
we have some seriously exciting follow-up matches for our second round of the tournament now. That's the first round all done. And it's time for the second round of this tournament. Man, that was that second half of the bracket was just speedy submission
Yeah,
after
quick.
speedy submission. I think combined, all of those matches didn't last. I'm not sure, honestly, if all four of those second half of the bracket, all four of those matches might have lasted less than 6-7 minutes.
Most of the
In the
quick
next
submissions
match,
coming
let's
from leg
welcome
entanglements as well.
Ademola Odusanya,
Fine, look.
99
The main round is
kilograms,
done like what?
26 years old, purple belt.
30 minutes?
Fast.
And his opponent, Jamie Drisday, 98 kilograms, 20 years old, purple belt.
So we've got Adam All against Jamie Drysdale this time in our second round.
Now apparently both these guys weighed in at the same thing, at the same weight. I mean, maybe the slightly stockier Drysdale. We saw him in his last match looking fantastic.
Jamie was quite happy to sit down.
This is going to be a very different looking match to the first match. We saw that.
Sit through.
Oh, nice straight into north-south there for Ademola. An inversion here to try and take the back and a guard regain by Drysdale. Body lock here straight away.
Try to get by those legs. Oh, nice, well done by Jamie, stopping the pass. Oh. Jamie looking to get under him for a leg entanglement. That straight ankle grip. Oh. Looking for the heel hook now. And they're off the mat. Adamola's knee looks relatively past that line. I don't know what's happening if after the restart. Restarting the leg entanglement. Ademola with the restart, getting the cell right out of that engagement. Jamie again coming back in another leg entanglement.
Nice exchanges here. Another body lock attempt. Nice strong position. He's going to try and use the arm to pass the leg here. When you've got someone of this size, this strength, the length of their arms, the body lock passing makes so much sense. And there you go, the step over the leg, and it's all about staying nice and tight. Beautiful pass with that body lock into half guard here.
That shoulder pressure on the face.
Straight away getting the shoulder pressure and really starting to put his weight here. And
oh, nice pass.
Beautiful pass.
Oh, really tight cross face. Ademola getting to mount. Nice step over, skydiving now.
Got an arm high.
Trying to settle him down, doing a very good job.
This is looking like the Patrick match in the last round. Nice, strong mount control. Trying to cook him with this single underhook position. Is he going to switch to a double underhook? Is he going to try and use this to take exposure on the back?
You know, she's only got 30 seconds to point, so he might just hang on until he hears a point.
I would spend that full 30 seconds cooking my opponent, keeping the pressure on here, making him have a really rotten time. Corner giving him the advice, just 20 seconds left till points. Hold it, hold it, hold it, and then get that back. He won't score mount points. It will only be with the transition.
Because
right?
it started, when the points come in, he's already in that position, so it will just be for his next advancement.
Drysdale furiously trying to escape this position now. And now you instantly can see that strategic game plan coming into effect as he moves up higher, switches to a double underhook position. Expect to see him switch into an S mount here.
He's looking for that back.
Drysdale does a great job of getting those arms back down. The left arm now high.
Marius calling for action for Ademola.
If I'm Ademola here, I'm looking to allow a little bit of movement for Drysdale to get on his side. Beautiful butterfly goal from Mount there. That's very difficult to do, but we're going to see more of this great passing. Nice job regaining guard here from Drysdale.
Oh, and we
but
could see the
beautifully
score
done to
here.
secure side control and score points. It's 3 points on the board for Ademola.
Oh, and we're looking to get to the mount.
Secures the
Steps
mount
over again.
position.
Yeah, we're going there, scoring for mount.
5 points on the board now. Minute 45 to go. Very, very dominant performance.
And again, like you said before, if you're Ademola, you're starting to slow the pace down, cook him a wee bit more,
Yep.
and try and get back to that back. Oh, nicely one of those arms, and trapped the other one with his leg, I think.
First passivity on top.
And passivity warning for Ademola.
It's a bit of a tough one, isn't it? Because yes, you want to see action, but holding the mount position is sort of a strategic move here. Well,
Oh,
you want to see
went
action
for the arm
straight
triangle.
into a head and arm, and there's the finish.
Big guy, have you squeezing on your head.
But you know, the cooking from that
Yeah.
mount position is cumulative, and it sort of adds to that.
Definitely.
You know, it depletes the opponent, and you end up getting a submission like that.
By submission.
Nice, and Ademola moves through.
Looking fantastic in the second match.
Let's welcome Oskar Czyżewski, 88 kilograms, 21 years old, purple belt.
Now we'll have Oscar against Cormac.
And his opponent, Cormac Anderson, 92 kilograms, purple belt.
Oscar against Cormac.
Cormac had a really tough match in his last match, very high paced throughout. Oscar with that nice
Both these
toe
guys
hold finish.
going to wrestle, I think. Both Cormac likes that top position and Oscar, so we'll be battling out for that, I reckon. Right for a power double, Oscar. Everyone again, good head positioning from Oscar. Oh, nice foot sweep from Oscar, and he gets that top position. Cormac. Now we're going back to guard now.
Just in case.
Back door.
Nice
Good
scramble
scramble
here.
from the two of them. Good. Good jiu-jitsu.
I think this is going to become very interesting in a minute, literally in a minute, when we move into the points.
See, both these guys like the top pressure game. Oscar looking for the takedown again. Cormac, oh, another foot trip. Good
Big
shot.
loss double there.
And
Just a couple of seconds early. Literally, I mean, you could not have sort of timed that any worse.
Any
Just
worse.
a few more seconds and that would have scored big points, important points.
Yeah,
We've seen how many matches have been lost on a single minus point. And there's a takedown attempt from Cormac in return. Oscar's starting to look a little bit more physical, a little bit more dominant here.
One over. Oh, both guys looking for the takedown now. Double unders for Cormac.
2 minutes left. This is going to come into this is going to be a big wrestling battle for the last 2 minutes to see who can score a takedown first, I think.
Snap on the neck.
Front
for
headlock.
Oscar.
There's the switch to the leg. He really wants this takedown and nicely defended by Cormac. Restarting in the center of the mat.
Both got a good grip at each other here. Yes.
Big trip there.
Big trip in one of the leg for Oscar.
And because he was on his back, because of a legitimate takedown attempt, no points scored, but big back take attempt here by Cormac, and I think he's got the hooks in. I think he's going to score here.
Yep, Cormac got the 3 points for the back.
3 points on the board for Cormac. This is very, very significant.
Oscar rolled to turtle and nullifies points, but then Cormac getting the hooks in and getting them turned, getting the score back off it. Looking to trap an arm now for Cormac. Oscar
Cormac trying to not just leave this in the judges' hands and trying to score here. And now Oscar has a lot of ground to make up for. 3 points down, a minute to go. He needs a takedown and a pass or a back take or something.
As well.
And we have seen Oscar sort of getting the better of the wrestling exchanges. He's going to have to really push the pace because Cormac doesn't really need to do anything at this point. He's happy to just survive and not lose any points for the next 45 seconds. He's going to win this match. Go through to the semis. "30 seconds left in this match."
Oscar's going to have to make a go in and out. Oh.
Oscar's going to need to pull something out of the bag really in the next 10 seconds or so.
He's a big shot.
No time to waste. And it's Anderson who's getting aggressive here to try and throw off his opponent.
10 seconds.
10 seconds, I think it's going to be too late for Oscar to do anything. And it's Cormac who finishes in the dominant position. A great battle there. A war of attrition. And it's Cormac Anderson with his second hard-fought decision victory.
Very wrestling match that one for both guys. Let's see both guys enjoying the wrestling part of it.
So that's our first
In the
semi-final.
next match, let's welcome William Southern.
Will Southern back on the mat here after the fastest submission you'll see in pretty much any tournament. 15 seconds about as quick as it gets.
Against Patrick.
Against Patrick. Patrick put on a great performance in his first match, this late replacement. He's going up against one of the most talented, exciting up-and-coming grapplers in the country. This is going to be a real test.
Patrick, the last minute man, looking to make an impact here again.
Are we going to see a pull from... Are we going to see a guard pull from Southern and back on the legs?
Feet up and down, as long as you make movement. Come forward.
usual feeling out process, trying to get established some grips.
I mean, this is a massive match for Patrick. I mean, Southern's, he's only 18 years old, but he's a two-time Polaris winner. And considered one of the most sort of exciting prospects coming out of the UK right now. And Patrick, just a blue belt, has an opportunity to have a huge upset here.
Keep the same pace of connection, bro. Come forward, on an angle with weight, good head position. There we go.
He's got the leg, got the chain off it. Patrick's on the neck, a head and arm in. Oh,
Head and arm in guillotine here. A very difficult position to finish from. Close guard, arm in. There's a takedown. Will waits for that guillotine to be released and then slams into the ground. Of course, no points scored.
1.5 minutes to close. I want you to come up with double biceps.
all need to be careful with the slams because while the submission's on, it's okay, but if there's no submission on, they can get DQ'd for it if it's a bad one.
Head up, hips in.
Oh, goes for the leg entanglement.
Oh. Southern on the legs here. We know how dangerous he is on these. This is a bad position for Patrick. Straight ankle lock.
Patrick trying to capture the arms to take a bit of pressure
Aggressively
off.
trying the grip fight here to take some pressure off that ankle.
Oh! And another leg lock for Will.
I don't know if you heard what I heard there, but it sounded like a couple of creaks and pops there. And it's Will Southern with his second submission on the legs.
Very impressed with Will in both his matches.
And the winner is William Southern by submission.
I think Will might be the favourite for this tournament as of
In the
his
next
first
match,
two
let's
performances.
welcome Joseph Bourget. 77 kilograms, 22 years old, Zuber.
Pretty good level, what? Like,
Really good.
I'm choosing this guy with, extra care.
And his opponent, Yalcin Sud, 80 kilograms, 27 years old, purple belt.
We have another RGA Bristol competitor in Yassin. Another fast leg lock finish.
Oh, straight in for leg entanglement again.
Straight into top
Jordan's-
position here. I mean, interestingly, we're going to have two teammates competing with each other in the next round, assuming that Yassin wins.
Oh, Joe going
Joe
for
on the
his
legs
own
here.
bite.
Straight ankle lock entry, very strong here.
Nelson looking for the back.
Switch into a toe hold.
Oh,
And Janssen's going to try and go for a toe hold out of this
Oh.
position. Nasty position here. Saw a toe hold off of a heel hook entry in one of our earlier matches.
Just line hands, kick and pull with your right foot to retract as you find the hand. Still 2 minutes until point.
both these guys happy sitting leg entanglements.
Space line the hands, kick, pull, kick, pull, kick. Pull it, when you need back to your chest, kick, pull, kick, pull. Turn the ankle, heel, ankle, heel, ankle.
Joe still on this leg entry. Trying to switch it into a heel hook here. It looks like Janssen might try and attack his own heel hook out of it. Oh! Another nasty leg lock finish. I'm telling you, these RGA Bristol guys are absolutely terrifying.
And the winner is Yalcin Sud by submission.
And Janssen is going to compete against teammate Will Southern in the second semi-final. We're going to have the first semi-final now, which is Adamola versus Cormac Anderson. That's going to be a great match. Two very different styles from the two different sides of the bracket here. Yeah, two teammates are going to go against each other. Discussions with the corner now. about what's going to happen, and I don't know what, obviously ADCC is renowned. They will not put teammates on opposite sides of the bracket. They don't want to see closed out divisions like we see in the Mundials at IBJJF and stuff, or certainly what we used to see quite a lot of. I don't know how it's going to go, whether these guys are going to battle it out or... They're doing all right. You tell me, they're going to fight, or they're going to gentleman's agreement, or they're going to go for it?
Real in the gym. Like, they do like each other, but Will's young and fiery, and then Will seems calm now.
Yep.
But he gets wound up in the gym.
Okay.
So we'll see what it might go fire.
Well, there you go. You heard it from the main man himself.
And let's welcome
Absolutely.
first semi-final competitor Ademola Odusanya, 99 kilograms, 26 years old, purple belt. And his opponent, Cormac Anderson, 92 kilograms, purple belt.
The first semi-final match. Ademola versus Cormac.
Again, both of them like the top game, so we could see
Both of them like the top game.
It's quite bad when you think about it, because obviously both the Bristol guys are both into their leg entanglements.
Yeah,
so.
it's two very different styles, it really is. Both of these guys have had two pretty tough matches. I'd say Cormac's had the toughest run of the division so far, but come out on top every time. Ademola coming in as the bigger grappler. And Cormac, we've seen push the pace aggressively in both of his matches.
Both of them got a nice tie on each other. Oh. See another kind of feeling out process up into the points mark, then look to score for here with these two guys. Still pushing about process, nobody's really getting a proper tie-up.
Referee Marius giving him a stern warning. We don't want to see just grip fighting here. We want to see some real attempts of pushing the pace here, and there you go, straight away.
Cormac.
Defended very nicely by Ademola.
Cormac looking for a throw by. No. I wouldn't be surprised if you hear Ref Marius tell me get a little bit more action going.
Well, it's going to get super interesting in 33 seconds when we go into points. You know, what we've really seen from Cormac is throughout his matches is he's and then Ademola being able to take advantage of that towards the end of the match. We're in the points now. This is where things get important.
This is when you're more likely to see them shooting at each other. More on the line for it, looking for a snap
On the
down
front
for
headlock here, trying to bring him to the mat. He's going to try and take the back here. Oh, beautiful
that's a big takedown.
throw
Can he
here, and
settle him?
almost reversed off the top. Very nicely done. No points on the board there.
Couldn't secure the position, but that was a nice attempt.
And we've seen a lot of really nice back take attempts from Cormac, so I wouldn't be surprised if we see him trying to jump on the back if given the opportunity. there, and
There we go,
Anderson
Adamola.
turns to Turtle to avoid giving up the points.
He's going to
Rolls
Granby roll it
through.
on a leg.
Trying to stand up here as Adamola really tries everything in his power to force that
He's
back
going to get this
position,
secure.
and he secures it. Very nicely done, and he is going to score 3 points for that. I think what we're seeing in this match is just a real strategic play by Adamola. He really didn't do much in the first half of the match, and as soon as it came into the second half, he really reserved his energy and started to attack in the second half. And
Like what he
4
done in
points
his
up now.
Previous match as well, when we got to Mount, and I kind of expect him to see the same thing, slow it down again, look to pass,
Yeah,
and just grind out the result. He's got 70 seconds to do it. So
yeah. Cormac is looking very tired underneath that north-south position. I wouldn't be surprised if we see
Oh,
two
that's a
passivity warnings now for Adamola. I mean, he is trying to set up a submission as we speak.
only after the third passivity warning he'll get a negative.
I mean, he's going to need a lot of negatives for it to count to anything right now.
But now we're
45
back to their
seconds left
feet.
to go. And a lot of work for Anderson to try and make up these points.
Cormac will need a clean takedown, even get anywhere in the vicinity. Oh,
And there you go,
he's
another
shooting on
takedown
it.
attempt, but the length and
again.
physicality of Adamola just too much. He's not able to get deep enough on these entries. 30 seconds left. 2 points have been taken away from Adamola. Adamola only 2 points up now. I mean, referee Marius is absolutely not joking around when he says he wants to keep the action in these matches. Another
Hand
takedown
off the
attempt
mat.
and defended. And a reset in the center with just 10 seconds to go. He's going to be a big ask for Anderson to score a takedown in the last 10 seconds, but I know he's going to give it his all. Oh, he's not even going to have the opportunity. They're going to restart in his back clinch position. And another takedown there secured.
And,
Points on the board. And that
that's
is going to
gonna
be
do it, I
another
think.
point victory for Adamola, who advances to the finals. Winner of our first semi-final.
All points victories for Adamola as well.
And the winner is Adamola Odisanya.
Now we have teammates face off against each other.
Yeah, this is going to be a very different looking match. I expect to see a bit of a crazy match. Maybe I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe a bit of a gentleman's agreement not to go for anything, crazy heel hook stuff. But we'll have to see. Both of these young, super aggressive, submission-hungry guys.
And the next match, semi-finals. Let's welcome William Soden. And his opponent, Yalcin Sun.
Looking forward to this one. This should be super fast-paced, and looking forward to the leg exchanges as well. Both these guys submitted all their opponents on the way up to the semis.
I'm excited for this. This is going to be
Oi.
a bit of a crazy match, I think. I
Jumping
mean, certainly no gentleman's agreement
No,
about not going on the
I
legs.
don't think so.
There is a nasty straight footlock there. Southern putting
Saucing
everything
going
in
for
and a
his
heel hook on the
elbow,
other
man.
side.
Oh my days.
Yeah, if you watch this match, you would not guess that these guys are teammates. And I think we know exactly how the finals are going to look, regardless of which athlete makes it through.
Yeah.
This is going to be a wrestling versus leg lock battle.
Both these guys haven't spent long on the mat with quick finishes.
Yeah, this is
Adamola
a
being-
stark contrast to Odisanya, who has spent the entire match, the entire, all three matches have gone
the distance.
the
yeah.
distance, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, all 3 matches going the distance.
Oh, another leg exchange. Good butt for both these guys. You know they have a right tear up in the gym and that when you see them rolling
Oh,
down
yeah.
the way. On top, letting it pass. Wilson still content to be playing bottom.
More attempts to grab the legs.
Oh,
Nasty
rolls on
straight
it.
ankle there. Oh my God, what are these guys' legs made of?
Oh, rubber.
Southern
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
everything into this.
Wilson looking for his end.
Oh, and Yasin gets the finish.
Nice. Good work for
Wow.
2 of these guys.
3 for 3.
Work for
Janssen,
both these guys.
Suku. And we have our final. Janssen Suku versus Adamola Odesanya.
Best a bit because that's a third place match now. So he just finished the match.
So we're gonna have a little break here. We're gonna have the third place match. I'm not sure how long we're gonna break for. We're gonna have a third place match, and then we're gonna have our super match. The super match tonight is gonna be. I keep saying tonight. It's 11:30.
Yeah, I
in the
know I
morning.
do that as well.
I did the
Today's
earliest
super
grappling show I've ever commentated on. Our super fight today is going to be Carlson Coles taking on Kuba Bukowski. This is a very interesting match of interesting style. Kuba, I mean, this is sort of pegged as youth versus experience. Carlson Coles is 21 years old, again representing RGA Bristol. I mean, we saw sort of, we've been seeing it over the last couple of years. RGA Bristol are really coming out as one of the top competitive gyms in the whole country, maybe in Europe. They are producing some incredible talent. I mean, you just saw 2 of the top prospects in Will and Yasin competing against each other. A minute ago, we're going to see Carlson Coles, who is just 21 years old, brown belt, 2 times WCC UK champion. He's competed on Polaris, Grapple Fest, won both times, Intergrapple under 80 kilo champion. Super high level grappler, and we saw him on the last on Trixel Sports 1 having an absolutely fantastic performance. Wasn't able to get the win of the tournament, but had some huge upsets. And going up against him is going to be Kuba Bukowski. I mean, one of the sort of absolute veteran of the grappling game in Europe. As a list of achievements and adult and masters that would rival pretty much anyone. This is going to be a very interesting clash of styles. Carlson's so dynamic, so open in his game. Kuba, a very stocky, very strong, very methodical grappler. Is he going to be able to shut down Carlson, or is that dynamism going to be a little bit too much?
I think that's the fight. Can Kuba shut down Carlson's attacks and look to do what he needs to do? And can Carlson get some of these slick subs going? Both, like you say, Kuba's been in the game for a long time. And Carlson making some upset over the last few years since he got into grappling. He seems to get better every time I see him grapple.
Yeah, terrifying.
And let's welcome in the bronze match, Cormac Anderson. And his opponent, William Soden.
So we have the third place match now. Almost kind of wrestler versus leg walker here.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty good preview of what we're actually going to see in the finals, because stylistically they are much more, Cormac was quite similar to Ademola, and of course Will pretty similar to Janssen. Wouldn't be surprised to see guard pull quite early for Will.
Come forward, get good head position, and start punching to your control. If you put your hands on him, you lose it. Much better.
I'll try to get throw by to the back.
Busy work with it. Much better with the face. Punch with your high elbow position. Tuck your elbows. There we go. Move his feet, foot to foot. Wrist snap, take away control.
Guys establishing the grips. Will looking happy to wrestle for a bit here.
Yeah, I think, look, these young up-and-coming grapplers understand the importance of wrestling in the modern grappling game, so they're going to be working their wrestling a lot. You've got a potential 4-mat, you're going to want to finish as quick as possible. You're not going to really want a huge amount of mat time. This is the last bit of action that he's going to have today, so he might as well work some other stuff. Yeah, have some fun, yeah.
Wouldn't be surprised if I seen Will pull guard just before the points.
Oh, nice guillotine. This is a strong guillotine attempt. High elbow.
Cormac on top.
Elbow still high here. He's still in danger. I wouldn't mind seeing Cormac actually move to his back here to try and finish this. The hand's kind of floating a little bit. Position is coming off. I think Will might be safe here now. He's trying to retake the mount position. The angle's still there. I can't tell whether it's underneath the neck or not. This is still a dangerous position. He's going high with the elbow. This is dangerous. Very dangerous here. I can't believe he hasn't tapped. There must be some... And there is the submission. Cormac Anderson. No, he's good. He's good. Beautiful guillotine finish.
So tight. How he held on to that for so long, I don't know.
I gotta say, a fantastic performance by Cormac Anderson the entire event. A very, very good job there. Will Southern, another beautiful performance from him. Comes up short in that third played match. And it's nice to see a submission that isn't a leg lock. We've got two. We've had an armbar, a guillotine, and 1,000 heel hook. Yeah, wrestled, and then at last match he pulls off a beautiful submission, nice and early. And now it is time for our super fight today.
Looking forward
Our
to this
super
one.
fight. First competitor, Carson Coles, 21 years old. ADCC UK champion, 80 kilograms. Let's welcome. And his opponent, Jakub Witkowski, 40 years old. The multi-world champion ADCC, black belt. Let's welcome.
So again, just before we start, this is an 8-minute match with an extra 2 minutes play on this one.
8-minute match here. This is, you've got to imagine, will favour the younger grappler. A 19-year age difference between these two athletes today.
A bit of an alley shuffle for Carson there. Kuba just looking to take a grip, get settled.
Carson coming out, looking to have a lot of fun in this match.
Should be fun though, no matter what level we're competing at, it should always be fun. Makes for exciting matches.
Arm drag attempt there by Kuba.
Oh, foot sweep attempt for Carson. He's clearing each other's grips. Ref Marius looking for more action from both competitors again.
Oh,
Shot from
beautiful
Kuba.
shot by Kuba, and impressively defended by Carson.
Kuba having the shorter stature of the two, they've been looking to shoot lower centre of gravity, get low shots.
Carson has more of a guard player, very dangerous, long legs, great mobility, fast on submissions.
Oh,
Nice double underhook position there by Carson for a second.
This is nearly through the first half of this match already. Both guys still fighting for grips.
Yep. I mean, it doesn't surprise me that
Good shot for Carlson.
Oh, big throw there. Nicely done by Kuba. Takes top position. And this is really where Carson is happy to be. He's so dangerous off of his back. I wouldn't be surprised if Kuba is holding back a little bit. Look, we've been talking about this match being experience versus youth, and he's not just experienced, he's experienced specifically in this rule set. You know, he's competed in ADCC in basically every, pretty much every single different iteration of ADCC, all with a similar rule set. So he understands that second half is so important for racking up those points. I think he's going to be pacing himself a little bit in the first half of the match and starting to rack up points in the second.
Yeah, totally right there, Dan. I think he's just looking for that top game pressure. Carson quite looking to play off his back.
The thing is, Carson's going to push the pace and be attacking submissions and sweeps and back takes off of his back the entire time. 38 seconds to go until we're into points. Great entanglement on the leg here, trying to stretch out the stocky legs of Witkowski.
And we're literally 10 seconds off the points from here.
And if I'm Carson right now, I'm waiting. And there we go, 4 minutes. Points are now on the board, so this is where I expect to see Carson really try and get a sweep. And this is where I think we're going to see Kuba try, if he can get out of sticky situations like this, really start to try and push the pace for guard passes, for control. I think if he sees an opportunity to stand, he'll be quite happy to stand again. I think he's got a small advantage in the wrestling.
Just to watch the leg coming through for
Carson on the legs.
And they were on the leg.
And man, have we seen how dangerous? Have we seen how dangerous these RJ Bristol guys are on the legs?
Definitely.
Nice knee cut position, trying to take up a body control. Carson gets the legs back on the inside and blocks it. He's got control on the outside of the leg. Is he going for a sort of a Chow Terror footlock here? Step over. This is the passing style that we've expected to see from Kuba.
For Carlson against Kuba again. Just like you said though, Dan, I think Kuba's going to look to...
And he's coming up here, and that's the experience. Kuba does not concede that takedown. He's straight onto the turtle. It's now Carlson trying to take the back. No points on the board so far. This is a huge moment. Kuba's going to try and scramble back to his feet.
The minute Kuba hit the ground there, he was straight to the turtle just to avoid the points. Again, trying to stop the hooks from going in.
2.5 minutes left.
To Aram as the leg steps over.
Kuba playing this turtle position.
Doing super well to keep one of the hips attached to the grunt to stop a hook going in. Oh!
Kuba tries to step over and takes top position. Very nicely done.
This is a match, Dan.
2 minutes left in the match. A big breath from Kuba. There is going to be an overtime if there's no points. Double underhooks
under.
control for Kuba. He's passing. Can he get past the super dexterous, mobile guard retention of Carson Coles? He's looking very tired. Calls from the ref for action.
Nearly at 90 seconds left in this match. Both guys doing super good at.
You got to imagine Kuba really has to try and score in the next 90 seconds. He doesn't want this to go any longer than it needs to. And there's an almost pass. Leg comes back on the inside.
Carson does really well at regain that guard and get that leg back in.
Kuba combines that knee through. He tries to go for the knee slice and he tries to take up a head and arm control, chest to chest, and try and pass off of that. We've seen him step over this leg entanglement a few
Carson
times.
going to try and score. 60 seconds coming up now.
Just 1 minute left,
over
big
pass
step.
Again.
But Kuba unable to solve the puzzle of Carson Coles' open guard yet.
Nice step over.
I mean, if you're scoring advantages, you'd be racking them up, but nothing secure in position. 45 seconds to go.
Unless we see points here, we're going to OT.
I mean, one of the significant things we've got to be thinking about with the overtime is that it's going to be starting from standing.
Yep.
You're not going to be able to pull guard without conceding a 1 point.
Oh, but then it looks as if he's
Straight ankle lock here for
Right,
Carson. He's
straight
going to try and
ankle,
take top
he's gonna
position
try
here.
and
Straight away, Kuba turns to turtle. He understands this rule set so well.
Kuba's got one hook in. He really needs to keep this other hook out or he's in trouble. 15 seconds, it has to keep that hook out or it's going to be a score. And I think we could be going to overtime here.
And it's Carson in the pressure top position, unable to rack up any points, and we're going to go to overtime. This does not bode great for Kuba just because of the, 19-year age
4
difference.
minutes, right in it, straight
But,
away.
but strategically, it could play into Kuba's hands as he probably has a better chance of scoring a takedown here, and a takedown will be enough to win this match. Does Kuba have the energy to try and score?
On his
And there's
shot.
a beautiful takedown.
Carson
and
again does well.
Carson does a great job of
looking for that
getting
back
to that
kick.
turtle
Oh.
position straight away.
Both guys doing so well to get to totally avoid these scores.
Kuba tries to
Oh,
roll
nearly.
over, gives
He's
up the
looking
back
for that
position.
hook.
This is dangerous. This is a
they
dangerous
hook
position
signal.
to be in. 4 minute
how round we have
overtime.
a score.
3 points on the board for Carson Coles.
Carson's got
3
that.
minutes left on the clock now.
Body
Carson
triangle
up 3
tied
points
up.
on the back of Kuba.
Looking to trap the army Kuba as well.
And I'm starting to think that it's not a question of whether Kuba can win this match, but a question of whether he can survive this back attack. And there you
got
go.
it. 2 minutes 37 left of OT.
The overtime was all Carson Coles. We thought it might be as the match went longer. 40 years old, you've got to hand it to Kuba Wachowski, putting up an absolutely fantastic match against Carson Coles, but it is the up-and-coming superstar 21-year-old brown belt out of RGA Bristol,
Right,
Carson Coles, who takes the super fight victory tonight.
Like I said before, every time I see Carson roll at any kind of event, he comes out with different kind of energy, some new stuff in the bag. And he looked happy to exchange in the stand-up grappling there at the start as well. Brilliant for both guys. Changing of the guard.
And now we have a final match, which is going to be Adamoya Odesanya taking on Yasin Suku.
Now, let's welcome in our final match.
Now, interesting because we've seen in the last one with Cormac getting the sub. He was
Ademola
similar to
Odesanya.
Adamola with his previous matches, all wrestling and points wins.
And
Now let's see if Adamola's going to go out looking for a sub
Yeah.
this time. Yeltsin's been phenomenal in all his matches.
Let's find out again.
And that is our final off.
And this is it. for all the chips. Are we going to see a guard pull from Janssen?
Well, this will be treated like a final, so you shouldn't be able to pull straight away.
Ah, you're absolutely right. A pull here. So this is going to be just like the super fight we just saw. A guard pull at any point is going to be a -1. There'll be a 4-minute overtime if it goes the distance. In terms of mat time, Janssen has had a tiny, minuscule amount of mat time compared to the 3 full matches that Adamola. Are you going to see a -1 on the board? Yeah, there we go. -1 to Janssen. And he's thinking, it doesn't matter. I'm going to submit him in a couple of minutes anyway. Who cares? He hasn't been playing for points at all today so far.
I've had that a few times. I've been reffing.
Yep.
Says the guys, right, you're in the
It's
final.
a risk. It's a risk. You
sit down, you get
yeah.
a minus. And some of it's just that I'd rather sit and go for the sub. And I think that's
This is
Janssen's
just a young man.
expecting. Oh, nice bite to that arm.
This is a young man banking on how dangerous he is off of his back, and after watching his performance so far today, you can't really bet against him.
Yeah, definitely.
You see lots of pressure on this violin armbar.
Obviously, Adamola's going to be a little bit heavier, being one of the athletes that weighed in close to the 99. I think Yeltsin was what, only 80 kilo.
Yeah, there's a 19-20 kilo weight difference between the two athletes here.
Oh, there's a pass.
There's a pass here, and
Still no points at this point.
Adamola, we've seen him have such an impressive pressuring passing game throughout tonight. Really, it's been his first match that was the hardest match, where he actually pretty much only won by a mistake on his opponent's behalf. This is where that 20 kilo weight advantage will start to play into effect. Guard regain attempt here by Janssen, unsuccessful one.
Just moving back and forward for the pass to the cradle, just cooking him like you said he'd done before.
Yeah, you got to give it to Adamola. He has used pressure so effectively throughout this tournament, and now he's really starting to take control of the most dangerous athlete of the tournament.
Yeah, we've probably got the guys, Adamola being on the most with all his matches versus the shortest person that's been on the mat length. All like Yeltsin's submissions coming dead quick. Adamola just looking to make him carry that weight.
Now here's the thing, we've already seen some minus points given to Adamola in his last match. This is a longer match. If he does try to sort of play that cooking game a little bit too much, according to the referee, beautiful mountain.
Yeah, it's lovely.
He does need to be careful about possible minus points. Nice guard regain, and it's Janssen straight away now getting aggressive.
Oh, with 20 seconds before points comes into play.
Smart. He stands up here. And he's looking around the crowd. He does not seem phased at all.
Nice wee smile on his face.
A couple of words by the referee. Get aggressive, but don't get unnecessarily physical, let's say. Keep it in the grappling realm.
Adamola getting the fans reacting there. So we are 14 seconds off the points.
A little cut on the eye of Janssen. 15 seconds off of points.
Both athletes standing at the moment.
Janssen built like an absolute tank. But he is giving up a huge weight advantage. At this point now, Janssen needs to do something that no one's managed to do so far today, which is take down the giant.
And that is us any points now. Oh, trying that throw by again.
Oh, defending immediately. Watch the arm here.
Try to stuff that top leg to pass the bottom. That is us on the 3 minutes mark. And getting this restarted back
Just
in
under
the middle.
3 minutes to go. First passivity warning for
warnings.
Adamola.
That's one passivity. Else they're going to come fast now. If it doesn't work, 3 minutes, make it work. We're already down 1-1 now. He's going to get pulled again now. Let's go. Take his head off the center line. That gives you your underhook for your scoop. That's where your leg off entry's come from. Let's go, go, go.
Adamola really not needing any more passivity warnings, because then we could come in and play with another negative point.
I mean, yeah, you know, one more warning. Is it one more warning he gets a negative? Or is it 2 more?
Well, if I think that's the warning there, so I think that's us. Second passivity warning.
Adamola, if this scoreboard is correct,
Oh, Yolson's looking for that triangle.
oh, back take here. Okay, this is going to be pretty much game over for this match.
That's going to be a big score.
3 points up, 5 points up,
he's
onto
got
the
that
top,
in.
and there's the finish.
And there we go.
Adamola
First finish for Adamola for the day.
You called it, Gary. You said he's been wrestling, he's been controlling, he's been winning on points. Is he going to go in this last match? He's not going to pace himself quite the same. And there you have your champion today, Adamola Odusanya.
Fantastic tournament. Fantastic tournament.
Congratulations.
There you go. In first place today is Adamola Odusanya. In second place is Yansin Suku. And in third place is Cormac Anderson. A great display of up-and-coming talent from all around Europe, and a great victory there for an exciting heavyweight.
The future's definitely bright for these young athletes. Definitely. Fantastic.
We're going to have the award ceremony on the mat in a second.
Yeah, he must have some tank in him, because he's lasted so
4
many
tough
rounds.
matches there he's had. Very impressive.
Fantastic. Really good way to win. Fantastic tournament. Impressed with a lot of these youngsters.
You're on the screen as well. What do you think of this tournament? You had a good day today, Marius?
Ta-ra-ta-ta-ta, I'm loving it.
No, it's great to see tournaments such as Trixel putting on events like this. They've got a really great display of the up-and-coming talent that we have in Europe. Really exciting matches. The third day today about how aggressively you've been pushing the pace with the warnings for stalling and stuff like that. And you do end up with a tournament like we saw today where there really isn't much stalling at all.
Yeah, because this is the way. That's the only way to do it. You know, ADC is for offensive grapplers, not for defensive grapplers. You know, so this is professional event. There's money to take. You know, the guys need to give everything they got.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. You know, jiu-jitsu is about entertainment, and you've got to push the pace. And I think that's really what it is you can't really do it with the rule set alone. There is no rule set that gets people. You know, there's no rule set that can't be gamed to be comical.
I think for this level of sportsmanship, on the undercards for the big events, you know, in the future. So we give them platform to grow and